Very good afternoon to all. I'm presenting the kiwi fruit as a catalyst for diversification and nutritional in the Himalayan meadows under climate change. From yesterday onwards, we are talking that exotic fruit which has emerged as one of the major game changer in the mid hills of Himachal, not in only Himachal or Uttarakhand or J&K, but in the northeast, where it started on later stage, but it exploded and the area, the kiwi has gained popularity in northeast, especially in Arunachal and some part of Sikkim and all. So the kiwi has that potential to change that farmer, the income, the nutritional and everything. So from my part, I'm from the NBPGR Institute Shimla, which is the pioneer in the kiwi introduction in India. And the kiwi introduced in 1963, and later on with the successive introductions, and in 1990s only, it again started popularity. And in 2000 on till 2000, there was no market for a kiwi fruit in India. But after 2000, when people started and thinking that how much importance is nutritionally, and the mindset and everything has changed after all. And our station and that with the help of the Noni University, which has worked tremendously for the popularization and cultivation practices in the kiwi fruit. So the climate change, especially in the mid hills of Himachal, where earlier that apple was grown, then after it shifted to the stone fruits, then now some other crop they're looking for, that is kiwi and persimmon, which is a new crop also, which has gained in that particular region. So why kiwi? So high nutritional value, rich vitamin C, antioxidant, fibers and everything, and especially in kiwi in India so far, very less disease pressure, making it resilient for a global warming scenario. Stability for a multi-location cultivation trial, enabling adaptational and diverse mid-agroclimatic zones, and potential for high returns and promotion for crop diversification. Especially after 7 years of establishment in a kiwi, we can get a tenfold of our investment cost. Then with this project, we have 3 project objectives, that is performance and quality evaluation of new kiwi fruit, which we introduced in 2019, and how they will perform in a multi-location trial across the Himalayan meadows, and promoting sustainable crop diversification via access to quality planting material for a diverse farmers group, and enhancing nutritional security through the cultivation of nutrient-rich kiwi fruit varieties. These are methodology, the multi-location trial. So first, planting material. Earlier in India, we have 5 to 6 varieties, existing kiwi varieties, which we were grown. In that, 2 male only were there, that who has pollen varieties, and 4 that female. But 2019, after the guidance of our the director sir and VPGR, we introduced some new varieties, new accession or germplasm we can say, and those germplasm now it is in a bearing stage in our Shimla station. And this year only we conducted one field day also. In last 29th of this October, we conducted one field day, how they are performing in a field condition in a Shimla station. Apart from that, after 1 year of our establishment in Shimla, we planted one set of the same kiwi accession in the Bawali station, that in Uttarakhand, and they're coming well there also. So we want that multi-location trial apart from Himachal and Uttarakhand, where that new location like in northeast, the same germplasm in the northeast where the kiwi is flourishing very well, and some we are getting that import that calls from J&K also, some other parts also. So we want that multi-location trials, how they are performing, and establishment of experimental plots, then their growth and performance monitoring in the different locations, and how nutritional quality assessment and forward participatory trials. And one more thing, after listing the 2 days this long different thoughts of that scientists and experts, I thought that in the mid hills, why not only kiwi? Other than kiwi, we can think of that persimmon, which is one other crop, which can be performed in the mid hills in a changing climate and nutritionally. That if you want to sustain the nutritionally enrich the nutritionally to the poor families. Because in kiwi we have to at least plant 2 or 3 plants with a 2 male or 1 2 female or 1 male variety. But in a persimmon, even a single plant can give a good result. So this is a time frame. That's is first site selection and establishment of nursery, initial planting, multi-location trial, and then this, then social, this everything we are doing. This is a budget. In that main part, that in a kiwi, the important thing is that that even household, if we think of the backyard garden or a kitchen garden, if 2 or 3 plants we are planting, we don't know, even a farmer who don't know that which one is the male. If sometimes only 2 female plant or 1 male plant will be there. So if even single plant is gone, it won't flower, it won't fruit. So we need to farmers, educate farmers to identify whether if it is only 1 male or 2 female plant is there. If it is not that, existing their kitchen garden also we can graft with the different pollen parent also. So even their existing garden also we can enhance their productivity. So this is the first year of planting in 2021, that upper one photograph, and that the down one is the today's photograph today only I got from my Shimla station. And these are some new kiwi variant we conserved in our field gene bank. In that, fuzzless and colored kiwi, yellow colored kiwi is also there. So this is the kiwi field day, which we recently organized on 29th of October. This is the year only, and this was all about. Thank you.
Dr. Negi, it was a nice presentation, and you have a lot of strength, because kiwi introduced from your station. Yes, and so now some of those varieties are sold at 800 rupees a kg. Yes, the farmers are in demand also, but only kiwi in this, if you can add a lot of strength is there in persimmon also. Yes, which are not this accurate. Yes, sir. Those non-accurate types are not available. People don't know NBBG or Fagli varieties from where they can get. So it will be wonderful opportunity for you multiplying those fruit crops, those varieties which are not in the system, and coming it with the farmers. So that will be the great opportunity for this project also, for popularizing those things which have been introduced, not existing in country, and having a lot of value as well as nutrition value. So that not only kiwi will do, but kiwi will be, because farmers, they have now imported. Yes, after seeing not getting from your place, they have now directly importing. There are a lot of this yellow and golden that has come up in the market from other sources. So take other things also. Persimmon has a lot of value. Arunachal, it is coming up well. So have a package of those crops with all introduced material, which you can multiply and enable the farmer to produce for his family as well as for the market.
I fully agree with Dr. Rajan mentioning here, because kiwi is also one of the important fruit we are targeting in this CFI project also here. And I know NEP has introduced kiwi here, and you have a lot of diversity. But the diversity is not being properly utilized with the farmers and community here. So how your collection of kiwi can be introduced to the farming communities across different projects here. So that is more important. Your role will be to have this germplasm to be made available to the users in our project communities also here.
Just one thing, as you would talking about accessions, how many accessions you would be using in this project for?
Ma'am, initially for the older kiwi the earlier the introductions, they have the 7, the existing kiwi. In that 2 male parents are there and 5 female parents, and that new one, the new cultivar, that everything farmers won't accept everything, because that is a germplasm. And in that, in multi-location trial, that if we will validate that our that Shimla station results with the Bawali or some other, after that only we can validate, we can recommend 2 or 3. Because everything we can't tell the farmers, okay, you take this, everything, every germplasm. Out of that 16 or 17, we can recommend only 2 or 3, so that it reach the masses, ma'am.
That has already been standardized by you.
No, ma'am. The Shimla station, that Bawali station, that planted 1 year late.
Okay.
From Shimla, that
Replication
photograph,
has
yeah,
started.
the photograph, but
Doing
we
it,
have here, it was for a Shimla station. Bawali, it will take this year, the final results will come. After that only we can think of the tour location, that this is that we can recommend.
I've got one as well. No, me. Thanks very much for the presentation. So, I don't know lots about production of kiwi, but I was talking to someone from the Global Kiwi Association who produces kiwi in Italy recently, and they were saying how very difficult it is to produce anything else with kiwi. You can't really diversify the cropping system very easily. And given that one of the major priorities of CFI is the integration of different outcomes, so not just improved nutrition, but also, for example, carbon sequestration, can you say something that would make me more convinced about kiwi as being a really valuable fruit species beyond the nutrition, given that it's got quite low carbon sequestration capability, and how it can be better integrated into a more diverse cropping system?
Sir, I don't know how much I can justify or I can make understand that kiwi, that the canopy system of a kiwi, that's a broad leaf, and the huge that foliage system is there, that if we can let it grow for if adequate water is there, and it flush, that vegetative phase is quite huge. So for that carbon sequestration, we can say that that we need to validate that how much it is doing that. So in that case, the validation is required. And the other thing, that for the diversity, CFI is for the justifying that this our mission, that kiwi for that marginal, because the nutritionally rich vitamin C. And for that, one more thing I want to add, if in a homestead garden, if we can plant, if we can encourage farmers plant 3 set, 2 female or 1 male set in their homestead garden, and 1 or 2 persimmon in a mid hills, so it will give you that fruit, or in a when there is no other fruit in a like apple is in an end stage, now kiwi is in a harvesting stage, October, November, even till December, because it will take long time for that maturity and for that make it in an edible form. So it will provide you fruit from October, November, even December, and the same is the persimmon. So these 2 fruit crops can help for the nutritional as well as the diversification of their dietary for the in their we can say the household level, or even we can scale it for that commercial level also.
Okay.
One of the maybe crazy question. So, for example, in the pictures you showed, the kiwis are all growing on metal structures.
Yes, sir.
Can you not grow them on trees?
Sir, if we want then the commercial, and one thing we need to understand for the kiwi cultivation, that their training and their bearing need their bearing, where it bears on the current season growth. We need to understand that where it bears. So annual pruning, that pruning is very much important. If we let it grow in the tree system, so we can't prune, we can't train, the productive will be there in the lower side. So that is very much important. We can train that in a proper way, so that that training we can do properly. If you want to the commercialize in a large scale, if it is a homestead garden, that people are letting it go in the trees, or even in the backyard, in a their rooftop. So in that way we can.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
That is the food size becomes very, very small.
Yes.
And that's why it's not.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to ask you that have you done some diversity assessment across the globe of kiwi diversity? And do you think there's some gaps in collection in your kiwi collection compared to the local global diversity availability?
Sir, global kiwi diversity, because what we have in India, that is just all that kiwi introduced from a USA and initial some introduction from New Zealand. But globally, kiwi that New Zealand and China, what they have, we don't have those varieties or their germplasm, sir. And they are very conservative to share those germplasm. How much we can ask them to share those germplasm, they are hardly accessible, or even they say no.
Did you make any efforts attempt to?
Yeah. We wrote mail initially when I joined at PGR. We wrote mail. They hardly respond, sir.
No, but I mean, what I'm saying, if you have some if you want to have some import to germplasm here.
No, sir, asking the global ones.
See, we had only 5 varieties throughout life in India.
Yes, sir.
We recently the 40
Yes, sir.
30 that new have come.
This new have-
Yellow plus
No,
have
what I
come.
want to say is that the CFI has still mandate to help the partner to import exotic germplasm of our mandate crops here. So if you think that there is a need to import germplasm from any other countries, we can definitely try to support those kind of initiative by NEP.
Thank you. Thank you.